ran myself this morning. I came in at 179.2. That's another ounce down, which is awesome and great. As I told you yesterday in my video, I was being tempted to eat again, but was holding my own. Well, I turned around and I ate more, but I was seeking out things that had iron in it. So I was afraid that maybe I had gained, but no, I ended up losing another ounce. So I'm not complaining about that. I am very tickled that I didn't gain for that. But today is grocery shop, so I am going to kind of seek out things that's a little bit more iron. At least get me spring mix with spinach in it. I don't like liver or, I don't like organs. I can't stand the taste of organs. I've only tried liver, and I can only imagine what the heart and other stuff tastes like. Anyway, so I am just going to be investing at least in the darker greens to assist with the iron. And it is surprising. You look on the labels of foods, even the meats and the beans and stuff, and you'll be surprised at how very little iron there is. And so I can only imagine eating one meal a day, and I'm already eating double protein, but I'm still falling short on the iron. As I was telling my husband, one meal a day is equivalent to having supper after having lunch and breakfast. What I meant was that instead of having lunch and breakfast, my one meal a day is the same portion as it would be if I had dinner, even though I would be eating 3 meals a day. So, I'm not tripling up on my meal. I am eating what's equivalent to one meal. So, that's cutting out 2 extra meals that could give me iron, right? So I'm just going to have to work around it and make sure that I am getting the iron that I need. I'm taking iron supplements. He wants me to take them every day, so okay. But I would love to not take anything, period. Even if it is just a supplement, I'd rather not take anything at all. So I'm going to have to really focus on making sure that I eat iron-rich food. Plain and simple, right? So I will get right back at you a little later to show you what my meal is. Okay guys, it is meal time, and I went to Taco Bell, request of hubby. We had one last gift card to use up, so I got me a quesarito and a regular hard shell taco, and this is the brisk mango tea. So this is going to be my meal. I'll see you after a while. Okay guys, so yes, I'm in my exercise outfit. I'm not going to get down on the floor and do any exercises, but I am going to go walking. It's getting a little late, but I am wanting to do my dumbbells today. So basically I'm just going to do my weights, and then I'm going to go walking. So let me get my weights, and I'm going to do this fast. So far I'm a little over 5,000 steps, and that's with what I've had to do today, which is groceries and taking the dog out, checking the mail, blah blah blah. But I'm not done with my day yet, so let's go on ahead and do the weights. Alright guys, I'm going to go on ahead, head over to the park, and I'm going to put in as much as I can, and I'll be back to let you know what the Fitbit shows. Okay guys, so I'm winding it up. We've got some pretty severe storm coming in. I mean, the lightning is fantastic. It's just gorgeous out there. So I'm going to quickly get this round up so I can watch the storm. I love storms so much. Anyway, got my Fitbit here. So let's go on ahead and give the statistics. So I've done 13,654 steps, 12 flights of stairs, 5.78 miles, and with my resting burn, 1,930. Now, I wanted to do a lot more steps than this, but it was still kind of hot out, and you know, it was getting late too. And I think it's a good thing that I quit when I did, because I hadn't been home very long, maybe about 30 minutes, 45 minutes, something like that. And now there's this storm, plus it's getting dark out, so you know, yeah, I came home at the right time. But anyway, I have really been sharing deep with my Lord about what's going on in my mind, my desires and my needs and my wants about this weight loss. It has gone from just wanting to lose the weight to wanting to make sure that I am healthier. Any other time, I never really thought much about the anemia, you know. I knew that I had an iron deficiency, and you know, like, really didn't think much about it. But this time it more or less impacted me. Probably because I read a little bit more about it, like what can cause anemia, and the foods that is high in iron and the foods that's low in iron, and what can block iron and how you can absorb it and stuff. But the biggest thing was, last night I went through looking. I looked on every label in my house, every label. Discovered cheese doesn't have any iron, and I eat cheese. There's a little bit in potatoes. Of course, there's more in the meats, and there's some in the beans, and so, you know, I discovered that there is non-heme, which is poorly absorbed, and then there's heme, which is easily absorbed. Meat is heme, which means you can absorb it very easily, and plant-based iron is non-heme, which means that you don't absorb it as easily, and there are things that can cause non-heme to be even less absorbed. And so therefore, to help your body absorb non-heme, you have to do foods that's got acids like vitamin C, and a lot of times doctors will prescribe folic acid to help with the absorbency of iron. So, you know, where before I didn't think all that much about it, this time I really looked into it, and I discovered that there's possibly two things the reason why that I suffer from iron deficiency. I mean, back in the past, I don't know exactly, because, you know, I ate 3 times a day. But I did eat a lot of junk food like potato chips and candies, and I drank sodas and stuff. I didn't really get the more nutritious food down 3 times a day. It was more junk food than anything in the past, and therefore also the reason for me gaining weight. And between me being overweight and being anemic, no wonder I was so lethargic, right? So this time around, like as I'd said, I'm not eating as many meals, so I've got to concentrate on just how much iron I get in my one meal. So I did invest in the spring mix, and I made sure that there's spinach in it, and I looked for a dressing that has vitamin C, because as it happens, spring mix and spinach is non-heme, which means it's poorly absorbed by the body, because there's fiber in the dark greens. The fiber kind of bonds and binds with the iron, which makes it harder to absorb. And this is what I read. Okay? So to help it become more absorbent, you need vitamin C. So I looked for a salad dressing that would go good with the spring mix, because I mean, ranch dressing is okay with spring mix, but spring mix does better with like Italian and vinaigrettes. Now I really like raspberry vinaigrette, but raspberry vinaigrette does not have vitamin C, and it's got poppy seeds, and poppy seeds has opium. And if you have too much poppy seeds, the opium shows up in your blood system, which labels you to have taken drugs. That's a completely different story down the road. Not for me, but somebody that had shared their story. Anyway, so I found zesty lime vinaigrette that's got 2% vitamin C. So that right there, I mean, it's not high in vitamin C, but there is vitamin C, which means that will help some with the absorbency of the iron with the spring mix. Anyway, so yeah, in order to make it work better for me to not so much need iron supplement, I'm going to have to make sure that I have iron-rich meat, like red meat, poultry, pork, all that has got iron. And that's the heme, which means it's easily absorbed. But to assist having enough iron, the spring mix will help, as long as I've got like vitamin C to assist the absorbency. So, and that zesty lime vinaigrette actually goes very good with that spring mix. So yeah, really finding some things out. And as I was saying, it really hit me hard this time around. I mean, seriously, I have already not deeply cried, but I have cried since yesterday, thinking about it. And it has gone from me just wanting to lose weight to me also wanting to better myself health-wise. Iron. I'm also looking toward making sure that I've got plenty of calcium so that in the future I won't suffer from osteoporosis, the lack of calcium in the bones, because I sure don't want my bones breaking on me, Yeah, there's just different factors about me losing this weight. So anyway, guys, this video is a little bit longer than what I would have cared for, and I'm so sorry about that, but it's really bothering me about this iron thing. And so I am getting a little bit more serious about what I eat, along with how much. I'm wanting to stick with OMAD for my life, but if it poses a problem for me to keep adequate iron, I may go back to eating twice a day, or at least maybe doing the warrior diet where I fast 20 hours and I eat in a 4-hour window. But for the time being, I'm trying to stick with OMAD, and I'm going to see just how far that goes. But yeah. Anyway, guys, God's my healer, and He is my success. And I'm clinging to Him, trusting Him, and I know that He's got me. Anyway, guys, I love you, and you'll see me tomorrow. Have a great day.